Hello and welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Let's go start now. Bucks fall in close game with Suns, 108-106, as Kevin Durant scores 38 points to lead Phoenix. Next, the Milwaukee Bucks dropped to 2-2 on their season-long 5-game road trip, with a 108-106 loss to the Phoenix Suns at the PHX Arena on Monday night. They finished the 10-day-long road trip in Denver on Wednesday. The Bucks, 40-31, also fell 2 games behind the Indiana Pacers, 42-29, for the No. 4 seed in the Eastern Conference playoffs, which is the last position that can have home court in the playoffs. The Pacers beat Minnesota on Monday. The Suns, 35-37, have won 4 in a row and 5 of their last 6. Bucks don't execute downstretch. Giannis Antetokounmpo scored 31 points in nearly 38 minutes, while Lopes had 23 points in 42 minutes and down 2 points. Antetokounmpo defended Kevin Durant and Devin Booker on a single possession to force a missed Booker shot, which led to a Kyle Kuzma 4-point play and a 105-103 lead with 1:22 to go. But Durant created space on Kuzma to knock down a go-ahead three-pointer with 26.2 seconds left. The Bucks did not call timeout, and the Bucks got the ball down low to Lopez, who drew a foul on Durant with 6.2 seconds left. Lopes made just one of 2 free throws to tie the game 107-107, setting up a game-winning situation for Phoenix. Suns coach Mike Budenholzer called timeout, and Antetokounmpo guarded Durant, and the 2 future Hall of Famers traded shoulder bumps and elbow thrusts until Antetokounmpo used up the Bucks' lone foul to give with 5.7 seconds remaining. Budenholzer took his final timeout, setting up another tense, game-clinching situation. Antetokounmpo denied Durant, but Devin Booker got the inbound and was able to shake free from a screen at about 20 feet and knock down the jumper with 1.7 seconds left to put the Suns up 108-106. Gary Trent Jr. We had a certain communication of what we were going to do. They went out there, executed a certain play, and I tried to get out to him, and they made the shot. There was different things that we talked about, how we were going to guard if screens came together and where we were going to go about and certain things like that. But again, I tried to go around, and he went around and hit a shot. Lopes. It was a great screen. I saw we had a bit of a miscommunication down under the basket. So I tried to help a little bit, try to give some space. But the big set a great screen, got Book open, and gave him a lot of room, a lot of separation to play with. Bucks head coach Doc Rivers used his final timeout to set up his team's final chance, but Antetokounmpo and A.J. Green collided with one another as they cut to inbounder Kyle Kuzma. After screening for Lopez, it appeared Green didn't set a final screen for Antetokounmpo, leading to the collision. Kuzma had to kick it to Lopez, who missed a fall-away 18-footer. Lopes. We didn't execute it to the best. I think it was our first time doing it, but the intention was there, and Cuz made a great pass to me, where I was able to just line it up. It felt like a good look. That was one of our options there, and it felt great to me. Antetokounmpo. I think Brook did a great job recognizing that none of us was open, and he flashed and tried to make something happen. That was a good shot. Good look by Brook. A tough bounce. You take that shot any day. Rivers. I think we executed pretty well. That one wasn't, but we've been pretty good, so I'm not going to overdo the one play, honestly. That wasn't the reason we lost the game. Doc Rivers. Brook Lopes baffled by non-calls. In a tight game that came down the final seconds, Bucks head coach Doc Rivers found himself in his post-game press conference, wondering why certain calls were or weren't made in the loss to Phoenix. The first one that stood out came with 5:56 to go when it looked like Brook Lopes drew a foul on Phoenix center Nick Richards as he drove in for a layup. Lopes made the basket and expected to be headed to the free throw line to potentially tie the game, 95-95. I mean, it was obviously weird. Lopes said, "It's tough, 'cause you see a lot of those continuations go a certain way, go one way pretty much consistently all game, all season, and then in a big moment like that, it was absolutely odd. It was weird. It was strange because Suns guard Devin Booker was whistled for an off-ball foul on Bucks guard Kevin Porter Jr. Rivers was so incensed he made his way out onto the court in objection at the time. Instead, the Bucks missed a three-pointer coming out of the stoppage in play, and the Suns made a three going the other way to go up 98-92. The biggest play of the game was, "That was a three-point play. That was a three-point play," Rivers said. "And how that wasn't is beyond my imagination. That's a 6-point swing. That allowed Rivers to vent on two other situations. I had to burn 2 timeouts on calls that you should have made, and now I'm left with 1 timeout for the game," he continued. "Like, I think there should be a rule. If I get 2 right, I should get a timeout and an extra challenge. But clearly the ball went off of them both times, and I had to use a challenge for both of them. And unfortunately, those are the times with the time that the timeouts were charged to me. So I burned 2 timeouts being right. And I don't think that was what the rules were made for, but we gotta figure that one out." When asked if it is frustrating to have the game taken out of his hands, in terms of timeouts and challenges, and his players, "It's just frustrating, because I thought both teams played hard. But those are the types of plays that can kill you," Rivers said. "The my faults, that doesn't do anything. Ryan Rollins gets a touch foul, and then we call no foul, and then Ryan has 4 fouls. There's just so many little things like that during the game where I thought really affected the game." 5 numbers. *4. Consecutive offensive rebounds by the Suns in a 13-second span in the third quarter, despite the Bucks having 7'1" Brook Lopez, 7-0 Giannis Antetokounmpo, and 6-10 Kyle Kuzma on the court. The run stopped when 6-4 guard Ryan Rollins spun Kevin Durant to the floor for a foul. That said, the Bucks did not allow a point to the Suns in that stretch to maintain a 63-61 lead. *41. Minutes for Brook Lopez, matching a season high he set in Los Angeles in a loss to the Clippers on January 25. That was also during a stretch when Bobby Portis Jr. was unavailable. *8-3. Bucks record without Damian Lillard. Lillard has played 58 regular season games to date, as well as the NBA Cup Final, which counts toward his total games played. So Lillard must play 6 of the last 11 games to quality for postseason awards consideration, such as All-NBA teams. *13-12. Bucks record versus teams in the Western Conference. *16-19. Bucks record on the road, but they are 7-6 since the start of February. They have not been 500 away from Fiserv Forum this season since starting the year 1-1 on October 27. They were 18-22 on the road last season. From 2018-23, they were one of the best teams on the road in the NBA, compiling a 123-74 to 62.4% record away from Milwaukee. Damian Lillard has imaging done on strained calf. All-star point guard Damian Lillard missed his 3rd straight game with a calf